Hello there. Good morning. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. Not. Haven't woke up yet at all. It's 5 o'clock. It's still dark outside. We're not much in. What day is it? Oh, it's Saturday day, yeah. We just got up early to do a live stream. We haven't done a live stream for quite a while now. And Jean wanted to do one, so we decided to do one this morning. So quite a lot going on today, Saturday. Jean's putting a party on for the kids, which should be good fun. Which will keep her busy, but not me, hopefully. Win and Rama will be in. It's a working day. What we do today? Oh, we're on to concreting down the side, yeah. I have to start sorting out plumbing.
I did message the electrician last night.
Oh, yeah. We've got the electrician sorted out. The electrical stuff's come. Enough to get him started anyway. And we got it all from the local library shop. He didn't have any 3-pin sockets. He doesn't sell them, but he did give us some. I think we've got 20 3-pin sockets, and we need probably about 32 or 3, I think. But we won't be starting that till after Christmas. It should be coming. Throw all the sockets in first, I think. But it's on its way. It's here, Mark. But we need to get for the electrician. We need to get the plumbing sorted out and get the plumbing in. That's going to be quite a big job, really, because on the tank, just by the piggery, I've got a water pump on it. It's just a small, cheap one. And to supply the piggery and the house, I want a decent pump with a pressure tank, etc., etc. And I need it plumbed in so we can get the cladding on the walls after the electrician's finished. But I think Win wants to do the cladding before he puts the ceilings in, yeah. So that's why the plumbing has to be done. The electrics will have to be in the walls so Win can then get onto the ceilings. We'll have to clad the walls and then he'll put the stud work in for the ceilings. It's a big project for me because of very little to no experience of building. If I look at the whole job, then it's a bit overwhelming. So what I do, I concentrate on one thing and get that done, and then move on to the next thing and take bites out of it. And it's coming together quite well. I'm not overawed by it, but I have limited experience. We haven't made too many mistakes, I don't think. Morning, Spartan. Good to see you as always. Yeah, so it's coming up to the end of the year. I'm quite happy with what we've done. We were just saying the other day that last week David was here and Belinda. That's my son and his wife and 3 grandchildren. And we were roasting a pig
Yeah.
where the house is. And there was no posting.
No.
There was nothing. Had we dug trenches?
No.
No, we haven't started.
Just the peg. Where is the house gonna be?
We just had the pegs.
Oh.
So in 12 months exactly, we've come from bare ground to the house where it is now. So this coming year, well, it will depend on money, of course, but time-wise, within the next 12 months, it'll be completed, finished, done. It may not be finished and done with constraints with money. That's life. You can only do what you can do. But work-wise, it's well within a grasp now to finish this house in next year. And I think we probably will.
Hopefully.
We'll certainly be living in there by sometime next year. Of course, there's a lot of expense in that house next year as well. Furnishing it, because we don't have any furniture as such. In here, in the veranda, next to me here, and the cupboards over there. You were very happy to have them cupboards when we got these, weren't you? And they're just cheap cupboards from Malaysia. And they do the job, they have done the job, and they were very nice when we got them. But in a house, he wants a bit better quality, I think.
Can we close this one or
What's that? What's this one?
Needs update. 10 to 15 minutes. We don't want it to be because it will interrupt the live.
Yeah, restart tonight. That's it, it's gone. Morning, Johnny. Yeah, I got your message, Johnny. I haven't replied to it yet. And Merry Christmas to you. And Beth and your 3 kids. Well, they're not kids anymore. With families of their own now. Yeah, always good to hear from you. So the main thing today for us is this kids' party.
I don't know what will happen though.
Yeah, I don't know what. For me, it's easy. I'm not involved because I have nothing to do. Although I'm sure you'll find me something to do.
Yeah.
I'll
give you a packet of candy later on. When kids was in there, I want you to go there.
And throw the candy at them to keep them back. Yeah. No, it'd be good fun. But that was amusing talking to Jean last night. We've got to pop downtown this morning for what we're going down there. Oh, we need a bit of pig feed.
Oil, some chicken feed.
Something you need for this party, I think.
We need some gas bottle for the shop.
Yeah, but you wanted something for the party. Okay. It'll come to us. She's missing something.
No, fork.
Forks.
Yeah, disposable forks.
Yeah,
Very
throwaway forks.
good.
Otherwise, the kids will be eating it with their hands, which is not new. It wouldn't be new here anyway. It amused me when she was saying yesterday, when they come back, she's going to cook the spaghetti and that, and she's telling the kids to come here this afternoon. So I said, well, what are you cooking bloody spaghetti for? At 10 o'clock in the morning, if the kids aren't, you told the kids to come here and you give them something at 2 o'clock. But they serve the spaghetti cold. Or it'll still be warm because it's 30 degrees here, so it'll still be warm. It's a bit strange. But you're giving them spaghetti, Filipino spaghetti, which is very, very sweet, and
Chicken. Yeah.
piece of chicken. And what else?
Some packet of juice.
Yeah, some juice, and a bag of lollies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's my first time to do like that. Before, it's just them 3 kids asking for, we want this, lollies. Now it's more than maybe 100.
Yeah. I've no idea what I want. I know you were thinking 50 quids, and I thought, well, they'll come from everywhere. I would imagine they'll come from everywhere. I know as a kid myself, if there's anything free, I'd be there. I used to go to a youth club at Methodist Church because you got an hot dog. And then the Salvation Army started the youth club up. And we went there instead because we got pie and peas there. Yeah. So
a lot of people na asking if we do kill pig on Christmas and New Year. So I told.
We'll weigh a pig this coming week. Probably Tuesday. Well, we'll weigh 2 or 3 pigs. We'll weigh the biggest ones and see what weight we are. But I'm not butchering 50 kilo pigs. No. So I don't think we'll be butchering Christmas. And maybe we won't be butchering New Year. But we do have 16 piglets. We
15.
Keep 15.
Because one is for boar.
So we're going to have 15 pigs ready at the same time, and with no walk-in freezer to store them. So we're going to have to start butchering at an early weight anyway to get through 15 pigs.
Don't forget January, it has feast there on top. So I will be starting telling people if they wanted to buy some meat. Instead of butchering Sunday, we can butcher Saturday. That's the feast there on top.
Yeah, we don't get a lot. We didn't get a lot of. We didn't sell a lot of meat last year for the feast on top, did we?
Because we don't have the pig.
Oh, that's why we didn't sell anything. Yeah, we're going to have to get into them, but I don't want to be going into them as if we sold them pigs as they are for lechon pigs, we'd get 30-40 kilo in weight. We'd get 330 pesos a kilo live weight. So it's well worth selling at that size. People to take them away and roast them to sell. I mean, we certainly sell pigs if anybody wants a lechon pig. But 50 kilos weight to butcher it, you finish up with 45 kilos of meat. To get we could butcher 3 small pigs like that, and finish up with 80, 90 kilo of meat on the table, which is equivalent to 1 decent pig.
Yeah. Don't forget, you kill 3.
If you butcher like that, you're going to have no pigs in very quickly. If you did it Christmas and you did it New Year, you get through 6 pigs, and your 15 pigs then would be down to
9. 9.
It's too early for my brain to work.
You promised me there.
Catch up with me.
That's the young one. Grow so quick.
She's the only one that stays in at the night time. Yeah. Don and Sarah, very thoughtful to have a party for the kids. Memories for a lifetime. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Well, thank you, Don, Sarah. And the same to you, obviously. Yeah, but the kids here have very little. Material-wise, they've got everything we have in the West and more. Family-wise, it's very close-knit families here. Locally to me, they cherish the kids for sure. The vast majority, but there are kids, as there are everywhere, which have a hard life here. Yeah, it'd be nice to see smiling faces on the kids. One of the most beautiful sounds in the world is to stand outside the school and listen to the kids in the playground running around. It's a beautiful sound. But in the West, obviously, you can't do that anymore. You get anywhere near a bloody playground and they want to know what you're doing. That's how sick the West has become. It's all coming to a head now, of course. It's going to be a very hard year for a lot of people in the West next year. But hopefully the world will be a better place after it's going to collapse. It's got to collapse. All the financials are terrible in the West. But hopefully it'll come together. I look at the UK and I just can't believe what's going on there. And Australia is only a step behind, but Australia is a very small country, population-wise, and it can adapt and turn around very quickly. 26 million people or whatever in a vast area of land. The idiots in Canberra have little sway in the bush and the remote areas. So you've also a bank of common sense in Australia which they can't get to because of the distances, I suppose. But yes, things are turning very nasty in the West. Larry Langdon. Morning, Larry. Have a great Xmas. Love the channel and the lessons being learned along the way. Well, yeah, a lot of lessons being learned along the way.
And we're learning as well.
Well, of course we are. Yeah. All we've got in this corner really to get to do what doing is a bit of common sense, and sometimes that's in short supply. um, yeah, but yeah, we're on a good journey for sure. In all aspects of life, come here at my age and you're really starting again from scratch. Um, I had a comment this week. I won't say who it is in case I'm wrong, but I think I remember the name, I think. And I've had exactly the same bloody comment two or three or four or five or six times. And I don't take a bait, I've never replied to him. About, he said in one comment a while ago, he says, uh, please God go home or something, I don't know. And he's on about investments and you, you won't get a return on your investment and you're spending all your money and you can't get anything back and all this sort of thing. So I replied this week and I said, you know, what sort of return do you think you can get on any investment wherever you put your money when you're 78 years old? If you invested in something and it quadrupled, what are you going to do with that money at 78 years old? You certainly can't take it with you. It's just a nonsense to be speaking about investments for a fella at my age. I've done all my investing when I was younger. What I haven't made now, I'm never going to make. I'm not George Soros. He's well into his 90s now. Still looking to make money at everybody's expense. I remember him. Forget about recent years. A lot of people will know what George Soros is. He invested in the UK stock market, took short positions on the pound, and he collapsed the bloody government. He collapsed the economy virtually, and he's been at it ever since. Well, I can't say what I think about that man. But what I'm saying is, there's no investments when you're my age. All I need is to be comfortable, relaxed, and happy. Money doesn't come into it anymore.
Larry said, so many lessons I learned. So many lessons. I am eating charcoal with my breakfast.
Yeah. LOL, laugh out loud, Larry. I have to tell you, a lot of people do eat charcoal. You can get it in these brain isn't working. It doesn't work very well most of the day nowadays, but early morning when I just go up, it's not working at all. Vitamin shops. You can get charcoal tablets, and people do take them. I've had really great success with these pigs. I'm concentrating on chickens now, doing the same thing, but with the pigs, I've had no illness now for I don't know how long. The life of all these pigs, I think.
Yeah, we started to.
We haven't had a dead pig now for.
No. We started last year, December. When
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
kids came here, that's the first time we bought piglets back.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can't say it's one thing. Um, but definitely charcoal, garlic, and ginger, which are fermented feed. I've secured the water supply. That was a suspect as well. I've netted off the piggery. Uh, Not sure about that. It's doing no harm. Um, I've lined the floor in when you walk in all the time. I stopped liming the pens so much. Um, just really by numbers, we had a full shed more or less, didn't we?
Mm.
We didn't have the spare pens to move them around. But yeah, it's working for definite.
Now it's different because we did make them farrowing crate.
Yeah, we've altered the piggery
Yeah.
because we've gone. The, re- the reason we've gone into farrowing quickly now, the main reason we always thought we'd farrow pigs. It always made sense, like to farrow the pigs, to raise the pigs, and to sell them as self. That was the plan all along. But when we'd sick pigs and all, we couldn't get that piggery um, going right. The, the farrowing was not an option because if you put the sows through six pregnancies, you're going to be 2 years to 3 years old themselves, and we couldn't keep them alive for bloody 5 months. We were losing. We lost quite a lot of pigs. I think 7 in total.
7, not more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think about it. It was a bad time. But now we've got the piggery sorted out. Yeah, we can look at. We are farrowing. We've farrowed already 2 pigs. And we know we're going to be able to keep them pigs until they've had 6 litters, 2.5 year old before they're dispatched. Um, yeah, so it's going well.
By the way, how's the pig in there? The one which is limping.
Yeah, she's okay. Activated charcoal. Yeah. Activated charcoal Spartan. I'm not quite sure what it is. The difference between activated charcoal and charcoal. Um, it's too expensive to buy activated charcoal, which is ground up. I did buy a couple of bags.
Yeah, it's 1,000 peso a bag, I think.
That was a kilo bag, was it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, 1,000 peso a kilo bag. Well, I can't use that because of the cost of it. So I buy ordinary charcoal. I've just got 5 bags out there. What did the 5 bags of charcoal cost me?
1,500.
1,500 pesos for 5 bags. Um, and then we squash it up as salt, and it works. Um, yeah, ordinary charcoal, it works. And I know other people feed charcoal to chickens and that. It's all over YouTube. Um, that's where I researched it. I had an idea in my head, charcoal, and then when I went on YouTube, it's all over the place. Um, a lot of people feed charcoal, and then I thought of garlic because I know garlic. Chickens will eat garlic, and garlic's got many properties. When I researched that on the internet, lot of people are using that, and they're also adding the ginger, and they're also fermenting it. So that confirmed the idea of garlic as well.
I will open the shop now. Then I will be back here.
Yeah, okay.
It's 5:30.
Yeah, Sean's at 5:30. Well, 5:15 usually, I think. She gets up at 5 o'clock. I don't normally get up till 6:30 or something like that. The shop's been quiet this last 2 weeks, or quieter, which is not really surprising. A couple of weeks before Christmas, because I imagine they're saving the money for a little bit extra for Christmas week, and a bottle or two of beer. It's not like the West, where 3-4 weeks leading up to Christmas is the main. People are spending. The shops are very, very busy. It's the main trading period for the shops. Half the profits of the year is spent on the lead up to Christmas and Christmas itself. Here, they don't have spare money. It's mostly buying food every day. It's a daily battle. It's to buy food that they need. For a lot of people, not for everyone. A lot of wealthy Filipinos, but the average Filipino, by Western standards, is poor. If you look just on the surface, but, I've got to understand how the society works locally to me, and it's a structured society. It's a caring society. Everybody knows everybody. Whereas in the West now, this last 2 or 3 decades, everybody's working, men and women, and they're geared up that much. They don't have the time to be sociable now, and they don't have the finances to be sociable. The pubs are closing everywhere. That was the main social outlet for working people. There's only Wetherspoons in the UK where you can get a pint of beer at an affordable price, but even Wetherspoons, I think you're getting on for £4 a pint. The days are gone where you go out on a Friday night and a Saturday night and get 6 or 8 pints of beer inside you. Not be many fellas in the UK do that anymore. If they are, they're buying it out the supermarket. Oh. Spartan. Yeah, well, garlic's a root. Ginger's a root. I didn't know it grew in cold climate, Spartan. Um, but snow, I would imagine, will burn. I know it's a very hardy plant. Um, Snow will burn the leaves, I suppose. Um, if it's a hard frost, it'll kill the freeze the roots. That won't do many, but I don't know. I've never grown it. I fully intend to grow it. Um, and the garlic's young slugs. So you see again, I don't know anything about growing crops really. Um, but I know onions and garlic. If you're planting organically, they plant the main crop they're wanting to grow. Then the row next to it, they'll plant onion, and then 2 or 3 rows of the main crop, and plant a row of garlic to keep the slugs and that away, or the insects away. But obviously not keeping the slugs away. All that's something I'm going to look forward to getting into.
What slugs, David?
Slugs, them green slugs you pulled off that bush down there, eating your leaves.
Ay, the caterpillar thing?
Yeah, they're slugs. Uh, Big green ones here. Um, so I'm looking forward to getting into that, and I won't be spraying for slugs and um, green fly or anything like that, whatever they got here, with chemicals. Not because I'm dead mad keen on organic stuff. Um, all that stuff imported is too expensive to use, really. So I'll look into making sprays of garlic and
Ginger?
no, garlic. Well, garlic's supposed to keep insects away. So I would imagine you make a spray out of garlic and a spray out of chili. And I would have thought chili spray would upset the slugs. But whether these things, well, I'm sure people use them, and I've got it in my head to make these things up. So I've I've heard it from somewhere. Um, but there's remedies. And the thing nowadays is the, these things are lying in the back of your mind, and you go on the internet, and it's so easy to find the information now. And there'll be more sprays and garlic and chili. I know organic farmers use a lot. I think it's copper powder. Um, they're allowed to use copper powder, I think. Might be wrong. Um, but I did look into organic farming once upon a time. Going back a good lot of years now, when I had the piggery in Kerrang in Australia. And I did look at another type of farming, which was really very interesting. But I can't think what we call it now. Um, where they agitate the water and stir the water. When I first started reading about it, I thought, oh, that's
Not hydroponics.
no. Um, a load of nonsense. Like moon charts, planting by the moon. Um, but no, when you read into these things, as ancestors did plant by the moon, certain times in the month, if you're growing root crops, it's best planted at such a phase of the moon. And if you're buying, if you're growing leafy crops, it's better another face of the month. And this is ancient knowledge, and well, certainly I don't, but you can't dismiss it. You know, this is what people have learned over millennia.
Aquaponics. That's what's
Aquaponics, that's using fish.
That's what Spartan said.
Yeah, similar to hydroponics. Instead of using fertilizer, you cycle the water through the fish tank and use the fertilizer from the fish. Yeah, but these things interest me. When I start growing vegetables here, I won't be digging the ground. That's just work. But hydroponics interest me. Yeah, I lost the train of thought now. What I was on about. I was struggling to make sense anyway, so I'll leave that there. But that's something for the future, is the vegetables. I'm looking forward to getting that done. But the house, I won't be starting until the house is finished. Like I was saying before, one bite at a time out the house. Now I was going to put the windows in, but I'm going to leave that now. Leave the windows a bit longer. I'm going to get the walls lined, ceilings in, plumbing in, electricals finished. Get it all tidied up, and then the windows will go in. And then it will be more or less finished, apart from decorating and furnishing, which is that in itself is going to be a big job.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, it's starting to get daylight. Did we have any rain last night? Did you hear the rain?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm putting an awful lot of water in that tank now off the house roof and half the piggery room. We might have a problem down there with overflowing all the time.
Yeah, hopefully it will not go inside the piggery.
You finish one job, creates another. We definitely need a tank down the bottom as a reserve tank. Headlights? No, we haven't bought headlights.
Not headlight.
Elastic band round your head with the torch on, so your hands are free and you can see what you're doing. We did get the pig technician, that bloody umbrella thing that go around your head. Yeah, he give us what? He give us an umbrella. I thought, they're all sandy umbrella. That bloody thing he give us.
Yeah, I don't know how to put it.
Yeah. Chuffing umbrella. Whoops. Give them away.
Yeah, I will tell them to Ramil and Win if they want it. If no, I will tell Anna, do you want it?
I'm sure Ron will want it.
That's two. So much better. I did ask for three, so one a piece onto them. Ay.
When it starts raining, not so much wind, but Ron he just takes his shirt off and he
Mm.
carries on with it. I mean, it's not as though it's cold here when it's raining. I don't know if you can hear in the background. It's the same every morning now. Cockles everywhere. What was wrong with that second chicken we had? What's in the cage down there now? I never seen it.
I told you
Yeah, I know you told me.
he was um like a drunk.
Like a drunk.
Oh,
She was staggering around.
yeah. And then when the cutthroat trying to mate her, she fall around like that
Right.
and just do like that na on the ground.
With the legs in the air.
Oh, so I told him, oh, you did it. It would be killed all day because the cockroach would be attacking her. So when pick it up, when he pick it, oh, it's very thin.
Yeah, she looks right. Like, nothing obviously wrong with her.
It looks better na compared to. No, I will look at it.
No, she can stay in there a while. The other one's
Yeah.
still in there.
I mean, but I will look at it if it makes any difference compared to.
The other one's still in there. I'm not so sure. Both its eyes are open. I'm not so sure if you can see out of one eye or not. But it's looking good. I'll get it out this coming week and
You
see.
put it back in there.
No,
You can put him. You can put it back.
I'll see if it's put any weight on, whether it's very thin. I'll get the other one out and see how it walks around. I'm interested in keeping him in there because the last one in there we kept alive for quite a few weeks with chemicals, all eventually to no avail.
The one we butcher.
The one I said put in the pot. Now the difference between this one we've had in there for 3 weeks now, it's had no antibiotics or anything. It's just had fermented garlic and ginger and charcoal, and it looks good. And the pig technician said it was fowl pox. He might be right because it did have a spot just above its eye. So if it's got a bit of weight about it, then that will tell me that the garlic and ginger and charcoal has done the job where the antibiotics didn't do the job. But I am going round now feeding garlic and ginger to the chickens and the meat bird chicks and our new hatchling chicks. And I told Rama last week to give them charcoal and ginger and garlic maybe 3 times a week. So he's giving it 3 times a week and I'm giving it 3 times a week. And hopefully we'll see a difference in the hens like we did in the pigs, like we've seen in the pigs. But there will be a lot of other things we can do to improve the health of pigs and chickens, other than garlic and ginger. But cider vinegar a lot of people use, but that's too expensive out here, cider vinegar. But this sugarcane vinegar, I did see on one bit of information I read that sugarcane vinegar, raw sugarcane vinegar, is a good substitute for cider vinegar. But as yet, I'm not using vinegar. Maybe I will do in the future. I don't know. So who's in today in the shop? I know.
Yeah, hopefully Jillian will come early
And Gillian's coming down.
so that we can start chop the meat. The
Oh
chicken.
yeah, I know. Yeah, you're doing that bloody party. So Gillian will be serving in the shop, and you and Anna
Yeah.
and your friend down the bottom. I'll be preparing everything for the kids.
Mm.
And Win and Ram will got to put the sheet up.
Yeah. Look at the clouds, so it's getting.
But it's cloudy and spit spotting the rain at the minute.
Hopefully it will not get heavy, or else what will I do to my spaghetti then?
It'd be nice if it were like this all day. You wouldn't have a problem with the sun.
Yeah.
But the sun will get out. You'll have to have sunshade. It'll be burning.
No one buys into the shop.
No one buy.
Mm.
No. Well, I'm not up at this time normally.
Mm.
Some mornings you'll be busy, are you, at 5 o'clock?
Yeah. I don't forget there's no class now. It's Saturday today.
Yeah.
No class. They will be back on January 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I quite like that sugarcane vinegar,
That one.
Spartan. I used to buy Heinz vinegar, which is about £5 a bottle. So it's very expensive. But when you put it on your chips, it lasts a long time. So I like vinegar on my chips. But you couldn't always get it, and I ran out of Heinz vinegar. So the only brand I know, which is produced locally, is Del Monte.
Yeah, that's a Philippine one.
Well, it's worldwide actually, but it's a brand recognised worldwide.
Mm.
But this is made in the Philippines, so I thought, oh, I'll try that. And the first time I tried it, it had a different flavour, and it was quite nice. Now it just tastes like vinegar. I don't notice a different flavour anymore. But it is a nice vinegar. And instead of £5 a bottle, it's £1 a bottle, whatever it
No, less
costs.
than that's only 50 something, 56, 51. That one.
50 pesos.
Oh.
So that's 50 pence a bottle.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I quite like that sugarcane vinegar. Soya sauce, yeah, not a lover of soya sauce. Chinese foods. Um, yeah, I remember a few years ago, a lot of kids in China died with baby formula, and the manufacturers adding something which costs a lot of lives.
Really?
And the Australian baby formula, people were buying it in Australia, Chinese people living in Australia, shipping it back to China, and they were selling it on their equivalent of eBay and making a bloody fortune because nobody would trust the baby formula made in China. But you'll hear people say, oh, it's Chinese crap. Well, you can't say that because it's not true. I remember when I was young, it was all Japanese crap. The Japanese were manufacturing stuff badly designed, cheap materials that didn't last 2 minutes. And that followed Japan right up in, well, even today. you'll still hear people say Jap crab, but it's not the Japanese engineered, whether it be motorbikes, cars, or machine or whatever, is a very high standard now, on par with the Germans and well, the British used to be up there with engineering, not so much nowadays. And the same thing's happened with China. They started off producing cheap, rubbish stuff, and they still are, but now they're also producing high-tech stuff.
Them cats is pinching my dried fish again.
All right.
It's 3 of them here inside now.
Yeah.
David, are you gonna look at the chicken? It's not moving or anything. I will look.
Yeah, go on, have a look. Del Monte pineapple, yeah. I'm not a big lover of pineapple. Unless it's sweet and sour dish. And it's okay on the pizza. Lemon chicken, yeah, I like lemon chicken. I like Chinese food in general, I think. I can't get on with, particularly with Filipino style food. I have been to a restaurant cooking Filipino food to a higher standard, and yeah, it was okay. But at the local level, everything's boiled up. Not a lot of flavour. Especially the beef skin soup. and I've seen them fish a bit of beef skin out.
You know who is my first customer?
And it still had the fur on it. She's on about a first customer, that's Rico. He comes here a dozen times a day. He's usually the first and he's usually the last. Yeah, it's very peaceful and quiet. I'm just watching Jane through the monitor here. I very often sit in the shop with a cup of coffee, usually around 4 o'clock, 4:30. And I can't understand anything what's being. I pick up the odd word, but I can't understand anything what's being said. But I like to hear the banter between Jean and the customers, and they'll burst into laughter and whatever. Jean's got quite a good sense of humour, quite dry, like my sense of humour. It's just pleasant on the ears to see people happy. Yeah.
Del Monte, that's the Del Monte he's
Yeah,
talking.
it's a big brand. It'd be American firm, I think.
No, it's a Filipino.
No, this is made in the Philippines. No, Del Monte's all over. Fruit, in particular, all over the world. Like everything, it'd be American. All the food is American in the Western world. Chocolate, Cadbury's and all that took over decades ago by American companies, Unilever, I don't know. Oh, Unilever's, I think.
That produces some soap, some
Nestle's,
shampoo.
Dutch company, I think. Sorry?
It produces some shampoo, some soap. Then Unilever.
Yeah, Unilever's a big company. I think that they own Nestle's, or Nestle, Nestle's as we used to call them.
Well, they finished the pipe on this side, David.
Yeah, the pipe, the gutters are finished now. Downspouts are in, they're flowing into the tank. At the back, the pipe's visible, but out the back door is going to be where your dirty kitchen is, so that's going to be levelled, that area there, and then the pipes will be underground when it's levelled. Yeah, guttering's finished. We're on to the concrete in them bays now. They won't take long, so I've got to go through with what we need plumbing wise. The fittings, the different size pipes, how we're going to run it up. Do we have to buy the pump straight away or fit it at a later date when we're ready to put water into the house? It has to have a decent pump on it, so these pumps are bought in the figure of the small pumps. They're no good. I have to buy a pump with a pressure tank.
In City Hardware.
Yeah, they have a good range of pumps down there. I'll probably have to spend about 60,000 pesos. Yeah, a big one, £1,000. If you just run the nose pipe like we are in the piggy rig because the nipples are gravity fed, you can buy a cheap pump, which is what I did.
Yeah, same as this one here.
Oh no, that's not a cheap pump. It's a smaller pump for the cabin. That's got a pressure tank on it, and it works well for in here. But that pump down there is going to be pressurising the piggery as well as the house, so we need a decent pump on that now. And then I've got to buy ceiling fans and water heaters for the electrician.
Bugas?
Yeah, I do like to make special fried rice with all the bits of meat and chicken and prawns and different things in it. I don't do any cooking at the minute in here, but when the kitchen's in the house, I will start to make things, mostly for myself. I have made Cornish pasties here, which are okay. I have made bread here in a bread machine. Yeah, maybe not so okay. But I do miss bread. I can't get on with this Filipino bread being sweet. But I'll definitely be making bread when the kitchen's sorted in the house. I'll definitely be making sausage roll and pasties. Freeze them, bake them off as I need them. I'll definitely be making, curing some bacon and ham. And I'll sell bacon and ham in the shop as well, but I'll need the walk-in fridge to do it in quantity. But I can make myself some bacon just in the household fridge. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of that. And I shall be making some sausage as well. And I'll make some Filipino style sausage. Hot dogs. We sell a lot of hot dogs in the shop. So if I can make, it's no good making sausage I like. I haven't tried this Filipino sausage. I don't know if it's sweet or not. But if you're selling something in the shop, you've got to make it to the Philippine taste. Certainly, a mincing machine, especially when we start culling sows, you only get maybe 80-90 pence a kilo from the pig buyer. Whereas if you have a commercial mincer and chopper, I can sell mince. I mean, them sows will kill out at over 150 kilos. That's a lot of meat. I can, with the mincing machine, I can mince up and sell as mince. I can form into patties and freeze them and sell packs of 4 patties. There's lots and lots of things you can do. Sausages and that, you can smoke them. You have a little smoker out the back. Add value that way. Bacon you can smoke. Ham you can smoke. You smoke anything really. But the ham, what we have here, is not a leg of ham. It's pressed ham. Can be from anywhere, any part of the pig, and it's like tinned ham. You form it and put a weight on it and let it cool down and set, and then cut it into squares. But it sells well here. I mean, really, my idea of ham is a leg of ham, either roasted or boiled, whichever way you want to do it. And you carve a slice off as you need it, you know. Dry cured ham or dry cured bacon in my mind is the best, but you can't commercially do it that way to sell and make a profit, because you lose 25% of your weight if you start off with a 18 kilo leg of pork and dry cure it and dry it, and you finish up with 12 kilos. That's why bacon nowadays is wet cured. It's really pickled pork, I suppose you'd call it. But it still tastes like bacon, so, and you don't lose the weight, you actually gain a bit of weight. You start off with the 18 kilo leg of pork and you finish up with 20 kilos because of the water you put in it. That's why you put it in the frying pan. It's a bit too hot, it spits everywhere. Yeah, small plates. You're talking about the mincing machine, Spartan. Well, I won't be putting pig skin in the sausage anyway. That's very saleable here.
Crackling.
Yeah. And I won't be putting a lot of the fat. I won't be putting through the mincer either because I want some lard for baking bread. I know you can use oil and that, but to me, there's only 3 ingredients in bread. There's water, flour, and lard. Nowadays, there's 20 ingredients in some of the bread if you're reading from. Got some bread in Australia a few years ago, and it was horrible bread. And curiosity got the better of me. I looked at the ingredients. It had wheat flour, it had maize flour, it had
Corn flour.
no, what's the bean? Soya bean flour, all sorts of E numbers. It was unbelievable, and it bloody horrible bread. I used to get bread more. Well, there's a lot of little bakeries in Australia still, and Vietnamese bakers are everywhere. Well, they bake French bread. Vietnamese. It used to be a French colony. Um, when I was making bread in the machine, the machine said it was salty. Well, I suppose it is salty. There's no. Well, so they put a bit of sugar in to feed the yeast, but there's no sugar in bread as such. To my mind, the old-fashioned way of making bread, like I say, water, yeast, and flour. No, water, flour, and lard, because you don't have to use yeast. Sourdough is natural yeast, and you save a bit off every batch and put it in the other batch. When I had a bakery and cafe, I used to put yeast in, but you can't get yeast here apart from dried yeast, and I don't know. It's a bit suspect to me. It's foreign, dried yeast. It's a new modern thing. I don't like new modern things. It's supposed to be so much better, but the food we eat now in the West is much worse than the food I ate as a kid. It was very basic, the food as a kid, but you knew what you were eating. You've no idea what you're eating nowadays. All these, well, not diseases, but hyperactive kids, and can't think offhand what we call them.
Oh.
These
Autism.
Autism and all this. These things never existed 50 years ago. And I've seen statistics with Kennedy, who was in charge in America, improving the food. American food is bloody diabolical. The statistics for autism and other things like other conditions like this, the phenomenal nowadays with these diseases which were very, very rare, didn't exist. They did exist, but they were very, very rare. 1 in 10 million or whatever. Now it's 1 in 1,000. unbelievable. And it's food and genetically modified food, which is all about shelf life on the supermarket and profit. Nothing to do with nutrition, flavour, or anything else, just money. Um, North Switch Spartan. It, it it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I bought an angle grinder here, and the on-off switch was a toggle switch. Yeah, and you used it for 2 or 3 minutes. It got that hot you couldn't bloody hold it. So no on-off switch on the mincer. Um, yeah, I'll be looking for a mincer. Even a hand mincer gets the job done in small batches, but I wouldn't want to be mincing meat with a hand mincer if we're culling a sow.
You're gonna do it all day then.
We've got 150 kilos to do. But I mean, you know, I'll buy an half decent mincer with a 1 horsepower motor on it or something like that. And you'd put 150 kilo pig through it in the day. You'd have the pig to bone out and everything. And it's worth a day's work to sell it to the sari shop. And like everything what we're doing here, I'll start the process off, but I won't be doing the work. I'll get somebody in to actually stand there and do all the mincing, you know. 2 reasons. One, I'm retired, but the main reason is I can't do it anymore physically. You know, I can't stand there all day and mince bloody meat up and make patties and make sausage and whatever have you. The most I can do now is, let's say, 2 hours, and then I need to be sitting down. But that's the beauty of the Philippines, you can afford labour here. Everything's affordable here, especially if you've got a Western pension. And the UK pension isn't a very good pension nowadays. The Australian pension is a bit more complicated, but after you've been out of the country 6 months, it starts reducing. Even so, when you convert that money into Filipino pesos, you get a lot of pesos.
Paid 80
Sorry?
USD, $80. No, it's Spartan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
$80, yeah.
Duty day ka?
It's about £60 or 120 Australian dollars.
Wala pa man. Napalawag to siguro.
Yeah, you should get a half decent mincer, I would have thought, for $80. So if you get one which is just the mincing machine, the electric motor with a belt, which I've seen, then when the motor packs in for another capacity on it initially to see if it's that what's gone, and if it smells of burning and obviously buggered, you you can get another electric motor on it. These domestic mincers and whatever have you mixers in sound sound with plastic, you can't repair them. So commercial one's the way to go. One that you can repair, put a new motor on it. But that's still a long way off. Maybe by the end of next year I'll have the fridge put in there. I'll be set up for butchering the piece, set up properly, and we'll maybe start producing pork products for sale. If we can increase the value add of the sausage, double the price of sausage, we don't have to sell all that much sausage or patties, pork patties or mince, to be able to afford someone to be employed all day making these products, because of the level of wages here. I mean, next door on the chicken farm, there's quite a few young lads on there. They don't get paid as such. When they harvest the chickens, they get a cut. And I was surprised to learn last week that a young lad there gets about $1,500 when they harvest the chickens. So that's $1,500 a month. Or every 6 weeks he gets. I assume he gets 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, and somewhere to sleep. And that's enough for him. Yeah, but very, very low. Well, not really wages. Yeah, heavy metal. It's what you want, isn't it? I know the hand mixers years ago used to be cast metal, and all it is inside is a worm and a plate. The end user bit's the same on them all. You get different size plates for different minces. Abbertin in Luzon.
I think that's British expat in the Philippines. Yeah, I think that's him.
Oh, a Brit in Luzon.
I think that's him.
Yeah, there's a Brit in the Philippines. It might be. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well, and I hope everything goes well for you in the new year. Yeah, we have got good workers, for sure. I've been lucky. I've had good workers all the way through.
The new kids, which I don't like, they're there. Should
Yeah.
I tell them?
Oh yeah, the kids. I don't know if you heard that. There's 2 or 3 kids out the front now. They come here all the time with a list of what they want and the money, what the mother wants. The money's never enough. It annoys Jean, so she doesn't like the kids. And she just said, should I tell them to come? I said, yes, because kids are kids. If kids annoy you, they annoy you. But you forgive them for that because they're bloody kids. You don't turn any of the kids away. It's a mother-in-law, you know, by not having the, by sending the kids not having enough money every time. It's not the kids annoying it, it's the mother. And it's a cousin of us. Yeah. Yeah, but I've had good workers all the way through. Um, but Wynne and Rammel at the minute. Wynne was a concrete man. He mixed the concrete um, to what they wanted, whether it would by hand or machine. And he helped out the, the builders. And he knew about level lines, running lines, and he knew about all the construction. But he was never allowed to do it because he was concrete, and certain people were allowed to do whatever. And there's one of them fellas is very handy. He can weigh things up. Um, and when we did the spandrail on the eaves, he was very unsure about doing it. He didn't want to mess them up. And I said to him, well, you're going to do them. If you make a mistake, then we take it down and we start again. Not his responsibility, it's mine, because I was asking him to do something he'd never done on his own before. And he got the first couple of spandrails on the eaves put up, and he was away. It was easy, he knew exactly what to do. And he's got the confidence now. He's doing a lot of things, and he can continue to do more things. But the main thing with Wynne and Rammel at the moment is he's taking so much pride in his work, and he's doing a really good job. And if I give him a job to do and he stuffs it up, he stuffs it up.
At first, you're
We'll
gonna
take it
complain,
down.
no, I can't do it. Small brain, small brain.
Yeah,
No, I won't.
yeah. But yeah, he's doing really well.
I told them kids, I said, later this afternoon, maybe around 1 o'clock, you come back here. And then they said, what for, auntie? I said, no, just come back in here. So I see the happy face.
Yeah.
Um, it's just two of them came now.
Aye, but when they come back,
Yeah.
it won't be just two of them. They'll bring all the bloody mates. It'll be 10 at least. Yeah. Yeah, but on about workers, um, with the lady in the shop, um, a cousin of Jane's. Um, I've known her ever since we've been here. Now she's come to work in the shop, and she's really good as well. And I can see us going forward next couple of years, and they'll evolve. Construction will come to an end. Rammel knows quite a lot about pigs and chickens. He's the main man with pigs and chickens.
And vegetables as well.
And vegetables as well, which when we start growing hydroponic vegetables. Um, so he'll carry on forward. Um, he'll be the main man with all that side of things. Now, agriculture workers here, like everywhere in the world, the pay is a lot less than construction workers, but they'll stay on the same pay. Um, I can see maybe ANEW making things to sell out the pig products. Um, and the plans for Wynne. not definite plans, but depends which way the business goes. But Wynn's got qualities outside of construction as well. So them two will keep on with me. As long as they want to stay here, there'll be work for them. Wynn being Jean's brother, so that's the best way of helping Jean's family is to keep on providing work. Yeah, the future's there for the taking. But I'll only do what I want to do. I'm not going to go, I won't be chasing money again. Like I was saying on about that fellow who was commenting about investments. It's meaningless to a fellow my age. Why would I want to chase money, making money? What am I going to do with it? It's bloody worthless to me. It's getting that way. Providing I have the money in my pocket to buy the things I need, that's all I need. And I'll only do more things than what we're doing if Jean wants to. If Jean's ambitious, then I'll go along with it, providing it doesn't involve me in any work, physical work. But, all my life I've been thinking schemes up and ideas to make money because I've been self-employed most of my life. That's how I've been. And that's what I enjoy doing. Providing I don't have to. If I had to do the physical work myself, then I wouldn't be here doing this. Simple as that. But I'm not ready to sit on the veranda waiting for God either. I've got the best of both worlds here. My mind's occupied. I'm enjoying the animals. I'm enjoying the sari shop. It gets a bit hectic at times, but it gives Jean an outlet to make money in her own right, not just living off my money. She's contributing now to the house, to everything. So she's got a big share in this property now, which she's earned, as opposed to she's got all the property because it's in her name, which was given. Now she's earning a stake in everything, which is a good psychologically for Jean. She's contributing. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there's a lot of bad workers about.
So far in here, we did not experience that one.
No, but you knew them all. They were related to you, or related through marriage to you, or your uncle. If you're here and you've no local knowledge, you got to take people at face value. You want, same as the Brits is saying there, you want a carpenter. You mention you want a carpenter, there'll be 3 fellas turned up the same afternoon, all carpenters. But you maybe have to go through 6 or 8 or 10 to find a carpenter with real skills. Because you know the bits of paper you're saying you're a time-served carpenter or whatever. So you've got to suffer half a dozen bad workmen who just paid for nothing really, till you find a good one. And I've been with him for 10 years. he'll never have to look for a worker again, because apart from being able to do a bit of carpentry, they'll be handy for everything. Like Wynn's handy for everything. Your uncles Soy and Richie have done everything because they're the main building men. But Wynn's seen everything done building wise, but he's not been allowed to do a lot of things. That was the domain of Soy and Richie. But I give Wynn the job of doing the fence, welding the Rio bar on top of the wall to make the fence higher. And he wasn't sure about doing that because he doesn't weld. He's stuck a couple of bits of metal together like I have, but he doesn't weld. He didn't consider himself a welder. And I said, well, do 2 panels for me. And he did 2 panels, and they were good. And Soy had a look at him, and he said, yeah, they're fine. So then I said to him, do the lot. So I went all around the area. By the time he'd finished, he'd done that much bloody welding, he was quite good at it. So then we let him do the front fence, which was a bit more fancy, and he did that, and he did a good job of it. So when we were doing the beams for the house, Soy welded all them up, measured them up, welded them all up, down the bottom. And then they put them on the posts. Soy was up the ladder, welded them to the Rio bar. Wynn was bending the Rio bar over, and we erected the apex bits. I don't know what you call them. But Soy didn't want to go up the top, so he let Wynn go up the top, and Wynn welded all them top bits of the apex and the bracing bits. He welded all them in place, and I noticed Soy was watching him like a hawk, and he looked at every weld he did. Because Soy's an older fellow, he didn't want to go on heights anymore. And I had a look round at every weld he did. And I know a little about welding, but I do know a bit about penetration. And every weld he'd done was, you could see from the other side, it had penetrated the metal. So that was another skill he's acquired here. And he weld any simple thing now. With his sunglasses. Yeah. Oh, the other way of welding here is touch, close your eyes. Bring it off, open your eyes. Touch, close your eyes. Oh, I misread that a bit. He's a retired carpenter, so unlike me, he knows what he's doing anyway, because he's a carpenter. And he had some bad workers. Then he got 2 good ones. Yeah, well, I never had to do it, but if I got a bad worker here, they wouldn't last 2 minutes, they'd be gone. There's no room for sentiment. I did have one fella I let go. That's the only one.
Who?
Monk. A cousin of Jean's again. Nice fella. I liked him a lot. Older man.
Don't use it again. You step onto it.
Yeah. And a good worker, just a labourer. But I found out he was coming in here drunk. And there's a problem with alcohol. And he was on the piggery. He was on the piggery roof, passing things for Richard. And I realised that if he fell off the bloody roof, I'd be in a pickle because I'd have all the hospitals bills to pay, being a foreigner. Um, so I had a word with him 2 or 3 times. Don't come to work if you're drunk. And he just used to laugh. And Richie had a word with him the last time, and he said to him, "Listen to what he's saying, else you won't have a job." But he didn't listen. He was all right for a fortnight, and then he's coming in drunk again. So I finished him. He had to go. Um, nice fella, and a good worker, but the risk was too great. So I told him to go, and that was it. That was the end of it. But that's the only one. He used to set off home on payday. He used to walk to what they call the old place. And he never used to get home.
You sleep in the river.
Yeah, sleep on the river bank. And he'd only go home when he'd no drink left. His wife who used to be looking for him and telephoning up. Can I come and get his wages? And I said, no, tell her no. Come and pick Mung up. But the fellow working for me gets the wages, nobody else. By all means, come and stand outside the gate and pick your husband up before he gets into the calapo. Anyway, I'll leave it there, I think.
I said to you, don't use it.
Yeah. I'll go and make a coffee. So all the best to everyone who sees this. Have a good Christmas. I hope you have a good New Year. It's going to be an exciting New Year, like I said. A lot of things going on in the world. Hopefully, a lot of things will be resolved next year. Whether it be Ukraine, South America, which is going to kick off shortly, a bit looks of it. Libya. So many countries now with problems. UK, Europe, the world's in such a bloody mess. But hopefully, the coming year will see better times for everybody. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again shortly. Oh.
Spartan.
Oh, thank you, Spartan. We'll make sure the kids get that. Don't worry about that. Okay. See you later. Bye.
No, not the end stream.
Oh, yeah. All right. There we go. We'll get there.